What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here. Welcome to our daily show where we discuss the fourth stimulus package update, stimulus check updates, daily news, and everything going on here in our country, in Washington, D.C., money, investing, the stock market, everything you need to know about on a daily basis. If you're new to our YouTube channel, make sure to click the subscribe button down below so you don't miss out on new videos. I will keep you up to date with everything going on here in our country. And don't forget to hit the like button for us down below. Thank you so much. You guys are amazing. First of all, today is a very important day for several different reasons, and then we're going to get to a couple more things here in this video. We got a lot to talk about here today, so let's jump right into the first thing here with several things to talk about here on this end. Okay, number one is the 2022 IRS tax filing season begins today. You can officially file your tax returns starting today, January 24th. Okay, you can see here directly from the IRS, 2022 tax filing season begins January 24th. Okay, and this is very, very important this year because the IRS is behind by millions of tax returns from last year. They're millions of tax returns behind. So expect a much larger delay than normal. Yeah, you can see I have so many different headlines here. Here's from the Wall Street Journal: headaches and backlogs as tax filing season nears again. Yeah, they're expect a lot of delays and headaches. Maybe instead of backlogs, maybe it should be backaches, headaches and backaches, as people wait for their extra stimulus money. We're going to talk about here in a moment, and tax refunds. Yeah, that's another thing here from the IRS is that millions of people are doing what? Waiting for their tax refunds when they file their taxes. So my number one, I'm going to talk about a couple different things here. File your taxes ASAP. If you're expecting a tax refund, which millions of people are, probably tens of millions of people, file them as soon as possible. Because if you're one of those people that waits until April 15th, the deadline is actually April 18th this year. You might not get your refund until Christmas. Yeah, so you're probably not going to want to wait until April 15th. If you're a procrastinator and you're expecting a refund, if your refund's hundreds of dollars or thousands of dollars, this is not going to be the year you're going to want to wait because you're just you're giving the IRS an interest-free loan on your refund money. So you don't want to do that, okay? You don't want to do that. You don't want to do this. It's already going to probably take them a long time to get your money back to you. And the faster you get it, get your refund or your tax return processed, the faster the money's going to get back to you. So my advice is do it as fast as possible. File your taxes as fast as possible. You know, TurboTax gets a lot of high praise, especially from people here in our community. I'm not sponsored by them or anything like that. Or any online software you want to use. If you use an online software, you can get it direct deposited to your bank account, which is much more secure than having the check sent to you in the mail. If you have your refund check sent to you in the mail, you also get your stimulus checks sent to you in the mail. Okay. And we know that those are one, less secure, and two, they take much longer. Those get put in later batches, okay? And then they have to go through processing. They have to get printed. Then they have to get put in envelopes, and then the U.S. Postal Service has to send them out in millions, and some percentage of them get lost. It's just who's kidding who. It's just the rule of physics, right? And they just take a lot longer, and they just don't go out first. So if you know how stimulus checks go out, when the next round of stimulus checks go out, is that the last time around, the third stimulus check, those deposits went out like 2 days after they passed the bill. Okay, the first and second round, it took them some time. It took them like a week or two. But the third round, they were like, all right, we're prepared this time around. We know what we're doing. We've been waiting for this. the IRS kind of was ready for it, and they sent out the first round of direct deposits like 2 days after the bill passed. I was actually shocked on how fast they went out. Okay, but only if you're on direct deposit. You get on direct deposit by filing your tax returns via direct deposit. Okay, so yeah, so just keep that in mind. A, it's much more secure, and B, it's way faster, way faster. It can't get lost in the mail. Nobody can take your mail, anything like that. So keep that in mind. Okay. Yeah, the IRS is facing backlogs of millions of tax returns. I have seen so many comments of you guys that say, yeah, I'm still waiting on my last year's tax refund or amended tax returns, or a lot of people are still waiting on their $10,200 unemployment tax break, where they're still amending those. A lot of people still waiting on those. So you're not alone. You're not alone. You can also see here next up, millions of Americans can claim more stimulus money starting today. What does this mean? Couple different things that this mean here. Number one, if you're missing your third stimulus check, you can claim this starting today on your 2021 tax return. You do this on line 30. You see this here directly from the Washington Post. To claim your stimulus payment, this is stimulus check number 3. If you didn't get it, look for line 30 on your 1040 tax return. Okay, you put the amount that's owed to you. So if you didn't get stimulus check 3, or if your spouse didn't get stimulus check 3, or if your dependent didn't get stimulus check 3, you put the amount that is still owed to you on line 30. Okay, this also will go for stimulus check 1 or stimulus check 2, but that will be for a 2020 tax return. Okay, because that's from the year before underneath former President Donald Trump. This is for I'm sorry, stimulus check 1 or 2 is from year 2020. Stimulus check 3 is for year 2021 underneath Biden. 1 and 2 underneath President Trump. Okay. Either way, they go underneath a line 30, just depending on the year. You can go back and file an amended tax return if you already filed your 2020 taxes. You can go back and file an amended tax return if you're missing one of those stimulus checks and you didn't claim it on line 30. Also, if you're a non-tax filer, you can go and file a tax return as well, just to claim the stimulus check. Okay. If you didn't get one of those stimulus checks, you don't normally file a tax return. You can go and claim those stimulus checks. You can file a simple tax return. Okay. All you do is you go to Google here and you go to Google and type in file simple tax return. And you'll see IRS here, free file. Okay. Zoom this in a little bit here. irs.gov free file. Don't click on any advertisements here, okay? And just go to free file. Do your federal taxes for free. You're also going to need to do this to claim your child tax credits for the rest of the year in 2022 for your 2021. If you want to do this yourself, you can do this, okay? If not, seek a tax professional if you want to do it, okay? But you can do it for free here directly on the IRS, okay? But if you don't normally file a tax return and you're getting the child tax credits, you're going to need to file a tax return for 2022 here from the 2021 year to get the rest of those child tax credits, okay? Remember that $1,500 to $1,800 per child, $1,500 for children 6 and above, $1,800 for children 6 and below, was not paid to you per child, okay? Because you only got those monthly payments starting in July. Okay. And remember, the IRS actually may have missed some payments to you. That happened to a lot of people, probably millions, or the IRS paid you the wrong amount. IRS is sending out several letters to people. Do not throw those away. If you've been watching my videos, any letters you get from the IRS right now, do not throw them away, whether they're child tax credit letters, stimulus letters, anything like that. Do not throw any letters you get from the IRS away right now. Just file them, keep them for tax season. Anybody who prepares your taxes, just give them to them, okay? They may be important. Just hold on to them. Don't throw any letters from the IRS out that you get right now, okay? Just trust me on this, okay? Especially if you get the child tax credits, don't throw them away because you need that information. You need to know how much they paid you and how much you're still owed and all that good stuff. You can see here some people are owed $5,000 from the IRS. If you had a new baby born in 2021 or even in 2020, you're actually owed a lot of money. It would be a little bit less than that, but somewhere close to that. $5,000 would be you're owed if you had a new baby in 2021. You're owed $3,600 for the child tax credits and $1,400 for the third stimulus check. Okay. If you had a new baby in 2020 and you didn't claim this, you can go back and file an amended tax return. Or if you didn't file a tax return at all, you can go back and file a tax return. In 2020, you would have got what? You would have got the I have to remember what the stimulus checks for children were. What were they, like 600 and 500? And then you would have got the child tax credits of 2,000, something like that. But for 2021 you would get the $1,400 stimulus check. They're owed a stimulus check as well, even if they're born on December 31st, and they're owed the $3,600 child tax credits. Okay, but you have to get this by filing a 2021 tax return. If you don't file the tax return, the IRS will not know about the child, and you will miss out on $5,000. Yeah. So, like, this is a very important tax season for refunds, for claiming stimulus money, for claiming stimulus checks, for claiming child tax credits, for claiming missing stimulus money, for claiming a whole bunch of different things here. So, definitely share this video with anybody you think that any of these things might be valuable to them, because I'm going to have a lot more things coming up here for you in upcoming videos here as well. Also, the stock market getting absolutely crushed yet again. If you're an investor, pretty decent time to buy if you're a long-term buy and hold investor, which that's how investing is. Short-term investing, in my opinion, is not the way to invest. You don't invest for a week, you don't invest for a month. You invest, you hold it, your money grows over time. Uh, Market down yet again. The Dow Jones down 782 points here today. Wow. Everything down in the red significantly. This is going to be one of the worst drops of the day, but a good buying opportunity for um, people that are looking to invest into the stock market. Remember that about 50% of people or more do have money in the stock market nowadays, whether it's through their pension, whether it's through their 401k, whether it's through their retirement funds, or whether it's just through their regular average every day, just putting their money in. Remember, you want to buy low and sell high. You don't want to buy high and sell low. So we are, let me see here. We're definitely at a 1 month low. This is the 1 month chart. When you look at this, is just for the Dow. 6 month low. We're actually at a 6 month low here as well. So that's pretty interesting. We're at a 6 month low. If we look at a 1 month or 1 year, we're not at a 1 year low quite, but we are at a 6 month low, at least according to the Dow Jones Index. So, yeah, you guys can, of course, make your own individual financial decisions. But, yeah, Dow Jones Index down about 700 points today, 684 at the time of recording. Very, very interesting. And of course, the economy just keeps struggling because of the virus and everything, whole economic decisions going on right now. In fact, here's what President Biden had to say about the Build Back Better stimulus program and fighting inflation and the economy. Check this out.
Now, the second challenge we're facing are prices. COVID-19 has created a lot of economic complications, including rapid price increases across the world economy. People see it at the gas pumps, the grocery stores, and elsewhere. So here's what we're going to do. A critical job in making sure that the elevated prices don't become entrenched rests with the Federal Reserve, which has a dual mandate: full employment and stable prices. The Federal Reserve provided extraordinary support during the crisis for the previous year and a half. Given the strength of our economy and the pace of recent price increases, it's appropriate, as the Federal Chairman, the Fed Chairman Powell, has indicated, to recalibrate the support that is now necessary. I respect the Fed's independence, and I've nominated 5 superb individuals to serve on the Federal Board of Governors, men and women from a variety of ideological perspectives. They're eminently qualified, historically diverse, and have earned bipartisan praise. And I call on the United States Senate to confirm them without any further delay. And here at the White House, and for my friends in Congress, the best thing to tackle high prices is a more productive economy with greater capacity to deliver goods and services to the American people. And a growing economy where folks have more choices and more small businesses compete, and where more goods can get to market faster and cheaper. I've laid out a 3-part plan to do just that. First, fix the supply chain. COVID-19 has had a global impact on the economy. When a factory shuts down in one part of the world, shipments to shops and homes and businesses all over the world are disrupted. COVID-19 has compounded that many times over. A couple of months ago, in this very room, we heard dire warnings about how the supply chain problems could create a real crisis around the holidays. So we acted. We brought together business and labor, and that much predicted crisis did not occur. 99% of the packages were delivered on time, and shelves were stocked. And notwithstanding the recent storms that have impacted many parts of our country, the share of goods in stock at stores is 89% now, which has barely changed from the 91% before the pandemic. I often see empty shelves being shown on television. 89% are full, which is only a few points below what it was before the pandemic. But our work's not done. My infrastructure law will supercharge your effort upgrading everything from roads and bridges to ports and airports, railways and transit, to make the economy move faster and reduce prices for families. Second thing, my Build Back Better plan will address the biggest cost of working families face every day. No other plan will do more to lower the cost for American families. It cuts the cost for childcare. Many families, including the people sitting in this room, if they have children and they're working full-time, many families pay up to $14,000 a year for childcare in big cities, less than that in smaller ones. My plan cuts that in half. That will not only be a game changer for so many families' budgets, but it will mean so much for the nearly 2 million women who've left the workforce during the pandemic because of things like childcare. My Build Back Better plan cuts the price of prescription drugs. So insulin, that today costs some people as much as $1,000 a month, will cost no more than $35 a month. It cuts the cost of elder care. It lowers energy costs. And it will do all of this without raising a single penny in taxes on people making under $400,000 a year or raising the deficit. In fact, my plan cuts the deficit and it boosts the economy by getting more people into the workforce. That's why 17 Nobel Prize winners for economics say it will ease long-term inflationary pressure. The bottom line, if price increases are what you're worried about, the best answer is my Build Back Better plan. Third thing we're going to do, promote competition. Look, in too many industries, a handful of giant companies dominate the market in sectors like meat processing, railroad, shipping, and other areas. This isn't a new issue. It's not been the reason we've had high inflation today. It's not the only reason. It's been happening for a decade. But over time, it has reduced competition, squeezed out small businesses and farmers, ranchers, and increased the price for consumers. We end up with an industry like the meat processing industry, where 4 big companies dominate the markets. Pay ranchers less for their cattle they grow, charge consumers more for beef, hamburger meat, whatever they're buying. Prices are up. Look, I'm a capitalist, but capitalism without competition is not capitalism, it's exploitation. So I signed an executive order to tackle unfair competition in our economy, and we're going to continue to enforce it, along with working with Congress where we can. I'll close with this. We have faced some of the biggest challenges that we've ever faced in this country these past few years. Challenges to our public health, challenges to our economy. But we're getting through it. And not only are we getting through it, we're laying the foundation for a future where America wins the 21st century by creating jobs at a record pace. Now we need to get inflation under control. We have developed an extraordinarily effective booster shots and antiviral pills. Now we need to finish the job to get COVID-19 under control.
So let me know your thoughts here down below in the comments. I will keep you up to date here with everything going on here in our country, in Washington, D.C., and everything you need to know about on a daily basis. If you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel yet, make sure to click the subscribe button down below. It's completely free to do so you don't miss out on new videos that come out here every day at 10 a.m., 3 p.m., and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can click here to watch our newest video next. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next video.